I'm going to demo how to draw people or figures in your sketchbook using this technique of gesture drawing. I'm not sure if you're aware, but there's been quite a lot of background noise that I've had to contend with while I've been shooting these videos. There happens to be a building site next door to my studio, and it's been, for the most part, very annoying because every time I hit record, or try to record at least, I've got jackhammers, drills, people shouting, and it's been challenging. So today I thought, why don't I just use that to our advantage? We're going to pop out onto the balcony and I'm going to show you from up here how to draw in your sketchbook and use this technique of gesture drawing to draw people. And the way you can apply it in your context is you could take your sketchbook out to the park, or you could go to a coffee shop, or even on your commute to work, if you take the train or the bus, just have your sketchbook on your lap and draw people around you in the way that I'm going to show you. All right, so let's head out. So yeah, that's the noise. I think I might just turn that noise off, and I don't have to put you through that. But as you can see in this shot, this is how I'm setting up my drawing sketchbook. I've attached it to a drawing board and it's up on an easel. And this is really just so that I can draw standing up for this session. But when you're working in your sketchbook and you're in a coffee shop or the park or whatever, you'll just be using your sketchbook on your lap. Obviously, you don't need to have it set up like this. It just makes it easier for me to film when it's set up on an easel. Okay, so looking down at this building site, I'm actually going to start with these two guys who are standing on the corner. My drawing, while I'm drawing here, it's not a great angle. I'm going to change the camera angle in a minute so that you can see the drawing. I just want to explain first that with this kind of an exercise, or this kind of a method of drawing, capturing people, even if people move around and change position, almost like moment to moment, that shouldn't really matter to what you're doing, because you're just doing gesture drawings and you're not trying to make a portrait at all. You're not even trying to make a finished drawing. You're really just trying to capture a line or two that will capture the pose. So bear in mind, it's really fast and fleeting. And that's actually why it's such a powerful training for you in order to get good at drawing. Okay, here's another shot that I took. It's a better angle. There's a group of guys standing together down here discussing the bricks. And I guess what I'm going to do is, when I start off gesture drawing in my sketchbook, I just choose one figure. And the way I approach it is I'll quickly mark down the really important aspects of that pose that I see. And those are usually the head, the shoulders, the hips, and the legs. So I always try to hit those landmarks first, get them down on the page as quickly as I can, and then I can work back into the drawing and add arms, hands, or details of the clothing, for example. And again, movement doesn't bother me. If the guy does move away completely, then I just don't finish. I'll move on to the next one. Often I'll draw the same figure over and over again because that person has moved into a different position. And when that happens, that's an opportunity to just draw a new pose. So there's also this guy who's sort of bending over with the bricks, I guess. That's like a bit of a different pose to the standing up ones. And then I spotted these two guys on the scaffolding. So I worked on these poses for a while. Now, I've got a photo of them, but obviously they were moving around a lot. But from this photo, this is the general poses that they were in. Remember, gesture drawing isn't really about drawing exact and accurate images. You're practicing how to capture the feeling of the pose. So you can be as messy as you like. You can use sort of very free and loose line work, and at least just try to draw in the main landmarks that I mentioned earlier: the head, the shoulders, the hips, and the legs. Eventually, when you get really comfortable with this practice of gesture drawing, especially drawing people in this way, you'll get very, very good at infusing your drawing with a kind of an energy or a character that really can only come from this kind of observation and this kind of work. Now, if you don't feel comfortable drawing in a public space, then start off drawing family and friends at home, if they don't mind. Just make sure that you've got your sketchbook and pencil ready, and wherever you see an opportunity to draw a pose, then go for it, even if it's just drawing your pet dog or your pet cat. Remember, gesture drawings are fast, so you can see that it's only been about 5 minutes and I've made about 6 or 8 drawings, so keep it loose and simple.